Finally, updates that we have been waiting for a long time. We've got a few of those to share with you and more coming up in this week's weekly breakdown right now. All right, let's start with the hook, the finally. What am I talking about? Well, my name is Michael McAllister. I've got the weekly breakdown for you this week where we're going over all the updates to HighLevel that HighLevel has put out in the last week that are relevant to loan officers. So we filtered out the stuff that is specific for agencies, specific for businesses that have nothing to do with mortgage loan officers. We filter those out, we identify what updates have been made, and we share them with you every week. So the hook, right? What have we been waiting for? Well, we've been waiting for a better way of managing realtors and opportunities and being able to track the owners of opportunities or the different parties that are a part of an opportunity. And so this isn't a complete fix. Now, the best fix for this would be the ability to have an opportunity that has a field for a listing agent, a field for a realtor, buyer's agent, a field for a title agent, a field for borrower, a field for co-borrower, and you can have a different contact for each of those. That is not what is happening here. What's happening is that we now have the ability to have separate owners for opportunities than we do for contacts. So let me walk through a couple use cases for this. Number one, if you have a junior LO that works leads on your behalf, or an ISA or a VA of any sort where you want them to be able to see only the stuff that's assigned to them. But here's the deal. If you assign it to them, now all of your communications and all of the merge fields with your communications are going to be from them. So if they sign something with user signature, because they are the user that's logged in, and not even logged in, because they're the user that's assigned to the contact, now all of a sudden their information goes out. And so now you have your VA introducing themselves not as you or not as somebody working on behalf of you, but as themselves. Okay, that's how it used to be. Now, because you have the ability to have opportunities that have a separate owner, you could create a loan, right? An opportunity that represents a loan. And let's say it is for John Doe on 123 Main Street. So I have an opportunity that represents this loan. Well, let's say I want my processor to have access to that loan, that opportunity in that pipeline. I can assign the opportunity to my processor, but the contact will still be assigned to me. Or again, in the ISA example, I can assign the opportunity to an ISA to make sure that they are following up with them, but the contact can be assigned to me. Now you might say, hey, I can only do this one time though, right? What if I want multiple? Well, here's the deal. You can have a different owner for each opportunity that you have. So if you had a pipeline that represented your loan processing pipeline, and then you had another pipeline that represented your agent referrals, right? Then you could have the same opportunity for the contact exist, right, in each place, and you could have the opportunity inside the realtor referrals one assigned to your realtor partner who you create a user for, and then you could also have one assigned to your processing partner that is logging in under their own user as well. All the while, the contact stays assigned to you, so that when marketing goes out, it's your information that goes out, not either of those two people. Make sense? Again, this does give us the ability to solve some of the association issues that we see with loans, with treating opportunities as loans. This does give us the opportunity to solve it at a little bit deeper level. Still not the ideal. I am hopeful that we are working towards the ideal where we can just create as many relationships between opportunities and contacts as we want to. But until then, this is a huge step in the right direction. We're really excited about it. All right, next up, we've got an update to custom dashboards that makes it a little bit more useful for our clients going forward. You now have the ability to count opportunities in a specific pipeline stage. So whereas before you could only break it down by pipeline, and you could use tags and stuff to be able to identify people on your dashboard, now you can create a dashboard widget, or we can create a dashboard widget for you that says, hey, count how many opportunities are sitting in this stage right now. So specifically our Ascend users, our people that are leveraging our lead generation service, those guys are going to get the most benefit from this, because now we're going to be able to put together some cool dashboard reporting as far as being able to see at a snapshot how many leads have responded, how many have engaged, at a quality level, how many have we got an application from, etc. These dashboard enhancements are taking us much closer to being able to do that for you guys. All right, next up, a quick touch on website templates. I just got a note that says we have new website templates live. I think I went over this last week or maybe the week before, where there was more website templates and form and survey templates. So again, just continuing. I don't know who's doing it. I don't know where they're getting from, but they just continue to build out that library of templates that makes it easier for you to go in and say, and I want something that looks different, but I don't want to start from scratch. Well, this template library makes it really easy to start with something and then apply some tweaks to make it feel more like yours and then run with it. All right, next up, we have a quick update to the mobile app. I announced either last week or the week before a pretty major update to the app. This is more like bug fixes and enhancements as a result of that major push. So this is just a quick reminder to check the App Store as you watch this and make sure that you have the latest version of the Lead Connector app so that you can take advantage of the latest and greatest in the bug fixes. All right, last up, we got an enhancement to the Call Connect feature. The enhancement isn't really worth mentioning because I don't think most people know about the Call Connect feature. So I'm just gonna take this as an opportunity to shout out the Call Connect feature. Guys, instead of scheduling a call, like scheduling a task for you or somebody on your team to call a contact in the future, what if you could force HighLevel to call that lead for you, or have HighLevel force you to make that phone call, or force whoever's assigned to that contact make that phone call? This is what the Call Connect feature does. Call Connect is an action that you put inside of your workflow. So when you're building a workflow, you have trigger and then you have your actions, right? You can go create an action and search Call Connect and add that as an action. What it does is it forces a call. It calls the user that you define, right? So it's gonna ask you which user you wanna do. It maybe even allow you to manually put in a phone number there, but basically you tell it who you want to do the Call Connect with. And so if I'm doing this for follow-up, right? I have a hard time following up. It's easier for me if I get these notifications while I'm like going about my day. Okay, I'm on a drive. I got a minute. Let me call this person, execute this follow-up task instead of sitting here and banging out a dialing session, right? I think a lot of people are like that. So I'm setting this up so that at a time of day that I know I'm usually available, I do the Call Connect action, and now when any lead gets to this step, it's going to call me, and then I'm gonna get a recording that says, press, and now the enhancement here is that they've added the ability to say, press any key to connect, right? I think before you had to define, I think it was just press 1 or something like that. Now you can set it up to where it's press any key to connect, right? So I get a call, I'm out and about, I'm on a drive, and it says, you're receiving a lead from your Empower system. This is the contact name. Press any key to connect. Now you get to define what that message looks like. You get to type out what you want that message to look like so it can prompt you and remind you of why you're getting this call. But it's a really cool feature where, like I said, I don't have to overcome call reluctance because my phone is calling me saying, hey, we've got somebody, we're ready to dial, just press this button. And I feel like a bigger POS if I don't press that button and actually make that call. So again, really helpful with call reluctance, really helpful with just dialing in, tighten up your sales process. We're really excited about the enhancements that they're making in this area, but really again, the enhancements weren't that big of a deal. The biggest thing is I just want to make sure you knew about Call Connect. All right, guys, that is it for this week's weekly breakdown. Thank you so much for watching. We had a couple really cool updates, but most importantly, we showed you Call Connect, which is a feature that almost all of you guys should be using in some capacity. If you don't know how to use it and you're an Empower Elite member, hit up your client success team, hit up any of us over here at Empower. Otherwise, feel free to ask in the community, reach out. We'll see what we can do to help. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you at the top.